everybody. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Today we have an unboxing video of the ACM-2.300. This is a 2-channel amplifier. It comes in this box. It's actually a really small amplifier for the power it's putting out. Let's go over the specs real quick. This is a 2-channel micro amplifier. This is a full range amplifier, so it's not a mono amplifier. They do make the 1.300, which is for subs and stuff. I guess technically you could use this for some subs if you bridge the 2 channels. You would get 300 watts at 4 ohms, but what our target voltage is or wattage would be 75 by 2 at 4 ohms, or you could do 2 ohms at 150 by 2 at 2 ohms, which is that's pretty incredible for such a small amplifier. So continuous power is going to be 14.4 volts. We have 0.01% distortion. It has a link with Riley crossover, 12 dB, selectable 80 Hertz, 120, or you can bypass it for a full range signal. It also has a subsonic filter, 32 Hertz. Comes with a fuse already, which is the 30 amp fuse. Beverage Choice Pacific Northwest Micro Group. Audio control tries to be funny sometimes with these little specs they put on the box. With that said, we have so we got speaker and line level inputs, GTO signal sense, 2 ohm stable, and a 12 dB Linkwitz Riley crossover compact design. Obviously we know that. Let's go ahead and get it open and see what the settings and the crossovers look like. But we got our 30 amp fuse, we got our power, remote, and ground. This is for your speaker level in. This is for your low level in, so high and the low. And these are your outputs to the speaker, so if you have 2 different speakers, sets of speakers, you can power this up. The reason I'm using this amplifier is because I already have a 6-channel amplifier, and I'm going to go active 3-way in the front, but I'm going to go passive in the rear. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to put the passive rear channels 7 and 8 on this little 2-channel amplifier, which is perfect. I can kind of set it on top of the 6-channel, and then my DSP will go over here. Still waiting to get the DSP, but so we'll have channels 1 and 2 for the tweet, 3 and 4 for the mid-range, 5 and 6 for the mid-bass. The mid-bass is actually active right now. We're using the amplifier crossovers. The tweet and the mid-range are on channels 1 and 2 right now, but I'm using the passive crossover to feed those, and the mid-bass are on 5 and 6. So 1, 2 tweet, 3, 4 mid-range, 5 and 6 are the mid-bass. Technically I might put the tweets on here because the LC6.1200 is 125 watts at 4 ohms, which is a lot of power, I think, for the tweets. I'd rather give them 75 watts, but we will see. These are things that I can't do at the moment because I'm waiting for the DSP, and I'm also waiting for an RCA that's only a foot long, so I can just get the pre-out from the LC6-1200 and use the ACM-2.300 for the rear or the tweets. Let's get it open and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is what the amplifier looks like with the cover off. The cool thing about these is you can get like 3 of these amplifiers. You can get another ACM2 or the 4.400, or you can get the 1.300, and you can stack them all together. Not stack, but put them next to each other, and you can actually get audio control sells one big plate you can put. I'll post that up here what it looks like, but you can put a plate and it'll cover all 3 amplifiers, so it looks like just one amplifier. We do have the 4 mounting holes, and on the back you'll see that it has 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a killer deal on this little amplifier, but they retail for about $350, $359 I believe. So brand new. Just be careful, I'm sure there's knockoffs out there. I know that JL sometimes has knockoffs, so these do come off. So if you wanted to just mount it without having these on the side so it doesn't, so you can't see them, you could technically take these off. So as far as the settings and the crossovers, of course you got your power lights, tell you which ones are on and off. You also got the GTO sense, which you're going to be using high level. You'll need a remote. Otherwise you can, or use the low level, you need a remote turn on. If you're not, you can use the high level in and use the GTO. It has a high pass crossover. It's got 80 bypass and 100. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm guessing bypass is in the middle, 80 hertz is to the left, and 120 hertz to the right. So mid bass, you can go this way, or if you're using it for subs, 120 hertz. High pass for maybe some door speakers or tweeters. Of course we got our gains. And we also got a gain matching light, so you don't have to worry about trying to guess, which that's the reason I like the audio control amplifiers. They all come with the clip indication light, which really helps getting that good clean signal and getting the most out of your speakers. Look how small this amplifier is. I mean, that's crazy that you're getting 75 watts from such a small amplifier. And the reason I picked this is because I only need 2 channels. I only need 2 more channels, and I don't need 125 watts. Actually, 75 is plenty. The speakers are rated for 60, but the manual says 60 to 100 watts, so we're kind of in that middle point. But this will fit perfect on top of the LC 1200, and then the DSP will go on top of that. So we'll try to get this thing installed and hear what it sounds like. There's other videos on YouTube that I've seen that people are really impressed on how good and how loud these sound for being such a small footprint. I mean, it's crazy that they make a 4-channel as well, so technically you can get 2 of these if you got, I mean, they make full-size amplifiers that do the same type of wattage, so you can get 2 of these and get 75 watts. That's your 4 channels right there. You get, I mean, it's still smaller than a regular 4-channel, unless you find a smaller 4-channel, but that's, audio control really knocked it out of the park with this. Let's get it installed and let's see what it sounds like, and then we'll go from there. I'm also going to try to take these tabs off on the side. I don't think I'll be using them. I'll let y'all get a look at that as well. Okay guys, so I took the cover off. I lied, I don't think you can take them off, but you can turn them, you can invert them so it looks like a clean, flush side piece. So, and this almost weighs nothing. I mean, it feels so sturdy, but it weighs nothing. So if you're interested in a small footprint amplifier with some serious power, definitely look into these audio control ACM amplifiers. This is just an unboxing video, so we'll be making another video on testing it and seeing how it does, how it sounds, how it fits in the car, how I'm going to mount it. So stay tuned for that one as well.